let's try again, Mr. Speaker. Our party has rightly denounced violent rhetoric directed towards the Premier.
That's right.
While we strongly can disagree on issues, there's no need or place for such language.
Agreed.
Which is why I was also disturbed to hear the words from this weekend, and the NDP's propaganda arm. At the Alberta Federation of Labour's convention, Alberta Executive Director Duncan Kick stated, and I quote, "You may be wondering who Progress Alberta is. We're the organization that kicks Conservatives in the teeth." To the Premier, do you stand by these comments from your surrogates at Progress Alberta, or will you denounce them?
Good question.
Do you stand by Ezra Laban?
Honourable Minister. The Honourable Minister.
Certainly, I'm glad to hear that the member plans on denouncing comments around violence against any individual. Certainly, it would be useful if that was done in a timely fashion, Mr. Speaker. And with regard to this, I would be happy to look into further details, but certainly we don't condone violence towards anyone, Mr. Speaker. And that doesn't reflect language that this side of the House chose to use, Mr. Speaker, and we wouldn't condone language being used towards any individual, Mr. Speaker.
Well, that's good, Mr. Speaker. I'm glad that the Deputy Premier doesn't condone it, because he is connected to the NDP. Appearing on a carbon tax discussion panel on CTV's Alberta Primetime last December, host Shauna Randolph gave us a glimpse into Progress Alberta's links to the NDP, and I quote, "We did ask for a few cabinet ministers in the provincial government to join us, and we were told that actually nobody from the government was available, and the province referred us to Duncan Kinney with Progress Alberta." Hardly independent, Mr. Speaker.
Whoops.
To the Premier or Deputy Premier, will you denounce Mr. Kinney in Progress Alberta, or will you be
Thank you,
kicking?
Honourable Member. Thank you. Honourable Member. The Deputy Premier.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. This side of the House has certainly been referred to in ways that were demeaning, disrespectful, and had death threats, Mr. Speaker, and we don't condone that to anyone on this side of the House or anyone in this House, Mr. Speaker. It's important that we treat each other with respect and dignity, and no matter what question the member opposite asks, I will continue to treat him with respect and dignity.